Yes guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Friday, the 3rd of July. Just like finishing a workout there in Black Rose and a push session, and really good session. I'm just in the car. I went to I've my work phone and my personal phone. I went to go back to messages after the session and get some steps in, and I was like, fuck, my phone's gone. And I was like, where the fuck is it gone? Like, it was something that was taken out of my bag. Did I leave it at home? I was like, fuck. So went back to the car, and it was literally just on the front seat of my car. And I was like, this is not the boy anymore. I was fucking blessed. This was just not broken into and taken. But it's a good day. My phone was there, and get back to messages now, and I'll have post-workout in the car. And then I'm actually beside the beach here in Skerries. So I'm actually going to go for a walk and get steps done on the beach, which is a nice change. Going to get post-workout in. I have a little bit of intra left. I saved a bit of intra because I don't have enough water with me to actually mix this. So this is like fruit punch intra, EAAs I think. So I've just mixed my fruit punch EAAs with my, I think, white chocolate whey. So let's see what this turns out like. But again, taste-wise, I don't really care. Like I said, it goes down the same way. I'm not one that's like, you know, making these mad like paste flavors and mixes and stuff. I'm just like, whatever flavor does the job. Fucking hell. But I'll let you know in a second. But yeah, good session today. After the last video, I know I had a high day in the last video, so it was like what, just over 1100 grams of carbs. So the game plan was, body weight went from 116.1 up to 117.2. Then Cuba put in, it was a rest day, and he put in like a high day, but not as high as the day before. So he put in like 700 grams of carbs. And then I woke up at 116.9. And then it was pull day yesterday, so he put in another 1,000 grams of carbs. And I woke up today 118.5. And yeah, last night I was going to bed, I felt like I was going to burst. I felt fucking super full. But yesterday's look post-workout was I was happy with, and then today's was good. Definitely holding a bit more water after the extra food yesterday as well. But I'm reset, I'm refilled, and cracking back on today with normal steps, normal food, and it is time to shift some body fat off. So I go from 118.5 today. I'll probably be like 117.2 tomorrow, and then I'll have like a new low in like 3 days. Like, that's how my body's firing at the moment. I can just feel it. So I will put this meal in, like I said, back to baseline food today, and a big few days of fat loss ahead, just over 7 weeks out, which is pretty fucking exciting. The last few days I felt pretty good with how the look is starting to come together. Which is surprising, because usually I'm like, you know, haven't been too happy with the look, etc. But last few days, a little bit better. I'm starting to feel a little bit more like a bodybuilder again. I'm almost past that, like, you know, skinny fat stage where you feel like small, you don't feel lean. And so I think from here, things just start to get exciting, especially with just every day you wake up at this stage, you just start to see more detail, more changes. So let the games begin. Right, taste test. Can't really. Nah, the white chocolate overpowers it. So even though it was the essential aminos mixed with it, it's absolutely fine. So put this down, go on a little walk. I have to go to Tesco. I have to get raisins. I have to get batteries for my weighing scales. I have to get, fuck, there was one more thing. Fuck. Water. That's what I have to get. And then go to the butcher's, get some chicken, and then head back. But first, go back to messages, go get some steps in by the sea, and then go get my grocery bits. And we're back. Early night, good sleep, and big fucking leg day tomorrow. Level Up is back open, so I'm excited. So I'll actually just post a few pictures here to show you the look today. So this was first thing this morning, and you will see a couple of pictures here. So this is 118.5, and at 118.5 with, what's that, 2.4 kilo up over the course of 3 days. There hasn't really been any sacrifice to condition. There's definitely a bit more water being held like around the hamstrings and the glutes for sure, but in terms of condition, there hasn't really been any sacrifice at all, just more fullness, which is fantastic, which is exactly what we wanted from a refeed from some high days. So that was this morning's look. And if you take a look here post-workout as well, I'll post a few pictures here. You will see post-workout, the look is obviously a lot different post-workout. Now, look, the lighting's a lot different. I'm not a fan of like, this is like a chipboard background, and it's very harsh natural light. So obviously the lighting's a little bit different, but you get the gist. So a bit more life to the physique. I actually look a little bit more like a bodybuilder, and just a little bit more fullness, to be fair. So, you know, I think now this next dig, next time we do fill up, there'll be a lot more condition there, so it will look a lot better, which is the goal. You know, right now, suck down, get a little bit flatter, fill back up, suck down, repeat the process. You know, that's why we gave ourselves loads of time, so we can afford to, for me, really be able to fill up hard, because for me, I have a tall frame. I am not lanky, but I used to be lanky when I didn't have any muscle at all. And if I just diet, I start to lose body parts, and especially limbs, arms, legs start to really flatten out. And then just don't come back to life for a show. So here, the game plan is suck down, get a little bit leaner, bring new condition through, and then fill back up a little bit just to protect them body parts, keep them full. But again, we have to get that bit flatter in order to bring new condition through. I think that's one thing we have to realise is if you're in a prep, you know, and especially if it's like your first prep, I think we all have the mindset of wanting to stay big. I don't want to lose any muscle, even if you're in a dieting phase, right? You will see, I have clients come to me like, Mark, I want to get lean, but I don't want to lose any muscle. I want to keep all my muscle. The goal is to keep all our muscle. We're not going to purposely lose our tissue. You know what I mean? But we have to realise that you're going to get flatter to an extent, but flatter doesn't necessarily mean less tissue. It just means there's less pop to the muscle, you know, and then when we need to, we fill back up a little bit. But a lot of the time when we diet down, we don't have as much muscle as we think in the first place. So a lot of the time people diet down and say, oh, I've lost muscle on prep. 90% of the time they haven't. It really is the case that he didn't have that muscle to begin with. They had the mass of body fat and water and glycogen in the muscle, but when they strip that away, we're always smaller than what we originally thought. We all are, every single time. So some food for thought. Right, so I got a bit of a stock up. First of all, I got a bottle of water. Second of all, got my raisins. Third of all, got some rice cakes. They're not for me. Fourth of all, got some batteries for my weighing scales. Do you know what I had to do? I had to keep taking them out of the remote control for the TV and putting them into the scales, then back to the remote control, because I ran out. And it's not like the buy where you can just order them there in 5 minutes. And then we got some of these chicken breasts. And we got some of this ground rice. This is what I mean, right? I saw this in here, and the texture of this one looks pretty good. So I got this one. 1.5 kilo, cost me like €4. So we'll mix that in with the cream of rice later on, and we'll see what she's saying. But I need some of this. And now it's like Gandhi's flip-flop. Gandhi's flip-flop. Don't know if that's just an Irish saying. Nobody's going to understand that, I don't think. I only think Irish people have used that phrase. I haven't heard anyone else use it. Oh, you know the one. You know the one. That is the equivalent of going for a piss after holding it for too long. Or going for shit after holding it for too long. I'm trying to think what else is the equivalent. A good sneeze is pretty decent as well, to be fair. Oh yeah, man. That is a little bit of me. I actually went to Portmarnock Beach the other day as well. And actually got in, Donabate Beach. I went to Donabate Beach and got in for a dip. I'll actually post a little video here. But got in for a dip, and I thought it was going to be absolutely freezing, but it wasn't. It was cold, yeah, but I thought it was going to be like an ice bath, but it was actually pretty fucking relaxing, to be fair, and very nice. So I think I'm going to make that a more frequent thing. Let me see. Oh yeah, game changer. Asian supermarkets. There's rice flour. There's 20 kilo bags of rice. Fucking perfect. And then you can get like rice flakes as well, which are also banging hacks. Yes, gang. It is the next day. Body weight this morning, 117.9, which is a drop off just like I expected. Down from 118.5 yesterday. So I have legs today. So I reckon over the next couple of days, we will start to see 116s come back and 115s before we fucking know it as well. A little bit leaner today, a little bit of water shifted off, but excited to crack into these next few days. I'm just about to crack into meal number 1. So you will see here, cream of rice, back down to poverty portions for me. So 100 grams cream of rice, 130 grams of berries, 4 eggs, 20 grams of whey, 30 grams green beans, 30 grams of beetroot. So, game plan. Where have we gone? Meal number 1, and I'm going to turn on the man, Big D Mac on the YouTube with this lad. Let's fucking go. Saturday morning. Guys, I was on my morning walk this morning, yeah? And something came into my mind that I wanted to share and see if anyone feels the exact same. Shores, yeah? You know when you're walking and there's like shores on the ground. Shores are like, if you think of shore over and over again, that word, you convince yourself it's actually not a word. I just thought that there. But when there's 4 shores like in a row, did anyone else have that? That when you were younger, you were convinced and you were told that if you stand on all 4 shores, you get bad luck. And I used to like step on 3 by accident or something, and then I'd like jump over the last one so I wouldn't get bad luck. I don't know if that's just me. Another one was, my mom used to tell me that if I put new shoes on the table, I would get bad luck. And I was convinced. You can tell a kid anything and you'd believe it. I don't know if anyone else has any little things like that like bad omens or bad luck from doing certain things. If you do, or you even know what I'm talking about, drop it in the comments and let me know. I'm just putting pre-workout meal together. Leg day today. Also, had a nightmare the other day. A fucking nightmare. So, I'll just keep talking while you can't see me. But I got some Motzi and I also got some MT2. So, me, being me, yeah, I mixed both of them and there was no label on them. So, you know where this is going. The exact same water in both of them, yeah? So they were both mixed and I put them both down and I fucking forgot which one was which. So here's where the fun begins. I have to try and guess in my head which one is Motzi and which one is MT2. Well, you better believe what happened next. So before bed, I put the MT2 in, yeah? And I was like, I don't really feel sick from this. You know, I don't really have that sick feeling. Then sleep was pretty shit, right? I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. But then the next day, the other one that I thought was the Motzi, I put that in pre-workout. It's safe to say, it wasn't Motzi. I was bright red. I felt nauseous. Yeah, that was the MT2. And then, if you know, sex drive goes crazy with MT2. So it was not a fucking fun time going to train. So that was my absolute fucking nightmare. But it is what it is. These are stories you'll tell the grandkids, isn't it? I am just putting this meal together. Let me calculate the rice. No changes to plan as of yet in terms of food. Baseline food is staying the exact same. Like, we've brought in them high days here and there, but the overall baseline food, that has just stayed the same. Them calories have not come down again. So anytime we come off the high days, we go straight back to that baseline food. Baseline steps are 10K. And then obviously there's no cardio in here. And for them high days as well, we've been pulling out the clean. So off the back of the high days, we just put the clean back in with the baseline food and with the 10K steps as well. So things are firing pretty well. The only thing that may change over the next couple of weeks is probably a little bit of Anavar coming in at some stage. We'll see when. We're 7 weeks out now, so I think it'll be another couple of weeks till some Anavar comes in. But I think it'll be cool now seeing another chunk of body fat come off over the next few days, over the next week or two, seeing me come down into the 115s, maybe 114s, and then the likes of Anavar going in, which I think Anavar is a compound where I feel like if you're not already lean, you don't get the full benefit from it aesthetically. I feel like when you are leaner and when you already have condition coming through, and then you bring in something like Anavar, yes, I think the visual changes are pretty drastic in terms of the hardness and just some new condition and some dryness as well. But I feel like when you're holding, I feel like Anavar is nearly like a drug where, like, anybody wants to take it, even people getting ready for a holiday or something as well, because it's not an injectable. Doesn't mean it's fucking safe, okay? Just because, like, if anything, orals are more dangerous than injectables in terms of being more toxic. And with that, it's I feel it's just because you want to get in shape for a holiday or something, bringing Anavar does not mean you're just going to get magically leaner. It's not a fucking fat burner. I say get lean to begin with, and then when you bring in something like that, it creates a much greater response. My personal and anecdotal experience anyway. Right. Let me get this shit together, and then let me get myself ready for legs. Yes, gang. Leave that in. Yes, gang. Pre-workout meal is going down. Today, we have legs. So we put this in. Level Up is back open. So I will put this in, and then I will have my pre-workout in like 30 minutes. And then I will go train. And again, that would be like 70 minutes or so between pre-workout meal and my first set. With the start of my session, so to speak. And then pre-workout will be maybe 20 minutes before I train. So maybe I'll have it in like 40 minutes. My maths isn't mathing today. But we have the pre-workout meal ready to fucking rock. We have 100 grams of pineapple in this one, yeah? In this one, we have 150 grams of jasmine rice. We have 200 grams of prawns. We have 15 grams of raisins and 30 grams of peppers. Game plan. How do I eat this? I eat the pineapple first, yeah? Then I will drink the bit of pineapple juice that's there. Then I will eat kind of some of the prawns, the raisins, and the pepper with some ketchup in one go. And I will kind of eat that around the top of it. And then I will eat the rice kind of on its own at the bottom. So yeah, systems. I forgot to put some of that on. Oh shit. Right. Let's get it. Yes. Intra workouts, pre-workout concoctions are being put down. I'll actually get my pre first of all. and show you what we're having. So the same as always, conviction, which I'll put in at 15 grams. This lasts me fucking ages because I only have it for leg days. So it lasts me a long time. And then mega pump I go through pretty fucking fast because I'll go through that pretty much every session. At this stage, I actually put mega pump in for my leg sessions at the moment. I don't in off season as much because the pumps do be fucking crazy. And sometimes a leg pump, sometimes too much, and especially lower back in off season as well as you get heavier. Sometimes too much for legs is just not good. It's actually just too painful and too uncomfortable. So at the moment, I feel fit as a fiddle. I'm lighter. It's clumped up. The lower back is feeling good. The legs can do with a little bit more pumpage so we can afford to pop a little more of that in. So put this together. Intra, I will have my carb drive, have my essential gains, I'll have my creatine. I also have my GH. I also have my L-carnitine. With these, it's a fucking nightmare. Well, it's not a nightmare, it's just the one I have, I actually ordered the engineered one last night. So that should be here in the next couple of days because it's hard to, well, it's not hard. I can't fucking get the engineered one when I'm in Dubai because I can't deliver. So I ordered it yesterday. So that one is like 600 milligram per mil, I think, which is fucking perfect because the one I have at the moment is like 300 milligram per mil. So I have to use like a mil today in each quad. In comparison to the engineered one, where I don't have to use as much of the liquid, which is fucking perfect. So that will be a bit more convenient. Fucker. Give me that. Oh, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this, guys? Nah. This is funny. How am I going to do this? Spoon. I put too much in and I can't get it out. There we go. Oh. There we go. No fucking messing. We're not going over at all. To the fucking gram. Right. I spilled it. We'll get it. Fuck me. Legs are cooked after that. I'm going to give you a rundown of that session. Really, really good session. I'll give you a rundown, but I'm just back. I got some steps in after training, and now I'm just going to tuck into this post-workout meal because I have a call in 10 minutes with a client who's coming on board, and I want to get this down first of all. So 50 grams of whey, 150 grams of cream of rice, 150 grams of blueberries. That is game plan. I'll make the paste, I'll pour it over the cream of rice, and then we will gobble this down before we have this call. So I will catch you in a bit. I just wanted to show you the same post-workout meal as I've showed you every fucking time for the last probably year. Oh man. After that session, beautiful. Right, so I jump on really quick in between calls here. After that first call, the guy who was going to come on board, which is absolutely fantastic, he said to me that before he would have maybe judged coaches or, even potentially myself being a bodybuilder, he would have maybe looked at bodybuilders and being like, they only look like this because they take this, or he said he would have, and he was honest, he was like, look, maybe I would have prejudged previously. And I was like, I appreciate that honesty. And he was like, but he was like, the thing that changed my perception is he was actually passed on to me by another one of my clients, which I always appreciate. Word of mouth is, if you're a good coach, word of mouth will be the best way of growing your business. if you're a coach, bear that in mind. But the clients that passed him on obviously told him about his experience, told him how he got on. He saw the progress he was making, and he saw exactly over time, how he's got there, how he's done it, he's changing his mindset, how I operate. And he realized just because this guy is a bodybuilder and may utilize compounds, etc., to chase his goal in bodybuilding, doesn't mean he fucking expects all his clients to be bodybuilders, or doesn't mean that his clients utilize compounds, etc. as well. And I think that's what a lot of people don't realize, is that just because I bodybuild does not mean that I only coach bodybuilders or I treat everyone like bodybuilders. It is a misconception that a lot of people have, but that guy obviously only knew because he had obviously talked to somebody who was with me already, and kind of he got a deeper understanding into it. So some food for thought. If you're someone who maybe, on the fence and was thinking the same thing and was like, oh, Mark wouldn't coach me, or I don't know about that because he'd treat me too serious, etc., or like I'm not getting on step, drop me a message, just like he did. He reached out. I got back to him. We went back and forth. We had a call, and he was like, you know what? Thank God I reached out. So, description, drop me a message on WhatsApp. Let's have a chat. What's the worst that can happen? I don't fucking buy. Yes, I've actually just got the rest of my steps done. So I had like 20 minutes of steps left to box off. So I've just finished them, and now I'm going to tuck into meal number 4, and then I'm going to get back to some messages, and then I will switch off for the evening by the time that next meal comes around, and we will chill, we will breathe. And then tomorrow I think I'm going to go to like a recovery room. So we'll see. There's one in Glendalough that I want to go and see. So I'm going to go get some steps done out there and then go to that recovery room. There's one in Portmarnock as well. We'll go to one. We'll see. But recovery room, I have another massage booked in for next Saturday as well. We are on it. Meal number 4. 100 grams of blueberries, 100 grams of rice, 160 grams of chicken, 30 grams of peppers, 30 grams of green beans, 7 grams of ketchup. Beautiful. You'll actually see I haven't been using seasoning. I've just been using my 7 grams of ketchup and then my salt on meals. Perfect. Right, gang, so take you through this leg session today. Starting off with single leg hamstring curl. See it. I love this. So here, like I said, on this drive piece, I can put the leg out both sides, which is very rare on a single leg hamstring curl. Well, on a hamstring curl, so it allows me to do this single leg absolutely perfectly, to be honest with you. Here, what I'm trying to do is shift the weight onto that hip and then think about pushing my foot forward and up the wall in front of me, which really opens up my hamstring nicely. Then when I'm driving down, I'm literally having a slight pause and then I'm contracting that weight down literally with the hamstring. So I don't need crazy load here, but it's nasty. So I'm chasing accuracy and I'm chasing that feeling there of knife through the hamstring. And again, it's very easy towards the end of this to just fuck the weight around, but I'm really trying to just drag and keep that super on. Next up, calves. Here, again, I don't need crazy load. I'm just trying to, when I come down to the bottom, I initiate the press through the calf. So I think about having tension on where I'm about to kind of contract. And then just as I go to contract, kind of making sure the mind is nearly in that muscle just where I want to contract it. And then I drive it up. Does that make sense? So hard contraction. And then when I come back down, controlling it, but really kind of sinking it down and feeling that calf open right down into the bottom. And again, just trying to, again, feel like there's knives going through hamstrings is the goal here. So 10 reps here, 2 sets after 2 sets of the single leg seated curl as well. Next up, swing squat. I brought the sleeves back out today. I was warming up and I felt like I needed them. And I was like, do you know what? Fuck it. If I feel like I need them, I'm going to fucking use them because I don't want to do any damage here. So here, I just made sure that when I got into the bottom of it, I didn't just mask the point. Like sometimes with sleeves, it's very easy to kind of bounce out of the bottom position. So I just made sure when I got there, I was shifting the load onto quads and then contracting back out rather than letting the sleeves kind of catch a bounce back out. So they felt really good. I actually pulled another 10 kilo off each side because I was bouncing. I was. And honestly, my quads in these two sets, they were a set of 12 and a set of 11, right, I done. And my quads were smoked. And I felt like I could keep it on quads the whole fucking time rather than kind of having loads of rest in between and knees taking over. And this was kind of more sort of intuition. Is that the words? Rather than kind of like, I done what I feel like I needed at that moment and it paid off because my knees felt a lot better and the rest of the session was very successful. So I left out leg press today on two sets of squat, which Cuba did say to me to keep. And it actually did feel really good today. So I'm going to see what I'm going to do program-wise. I might add in leg press at the second rotation. I will see. Leg extension next. I'm using the Hustler pad here. If you have a Hustler pad, I definitely recommend it. I like it. It just gives me an extra couple of inches range of motion. It feels a little bit different in the contraction. Here, again, I'm not really thinking about crazy loads. I'm just thinking about extending. And this is all pretty simple, right? But we all get in the habit of just starting to chase numbers and chase load. But I'm literally just thinking contracting my quads fully. I'm not just trying to launch that weight around. So pulling my hips down, nothing else moves. All that moves here is me contracting it. And I'm trying to do the initial pull from right up at the top of the hip. Well, top of the quad, near the hip at the rec fem. I initiate it. I get into that part of my mind, and then I start to pull from that position, and it goes up my whole quad rather than pulling from the knee, which I see a lot of people do, and I used to do a lot of the time as well. Next up, hypers. I actually went up to, just one set here, I actually went up to 50 kg and got 8 reps here, which is a PB, so I was happy with this. Lovely stretch, lovely contraction. Now, Level Up are getting is the Granite hyper. I don't know which hyper it is, but it's the one with the handle and you can load weight onto it. So I'm looking forward to that coming because that I think is going to allow me to get more range of motion and be more fixed in. So that is going to be nice. I'm looking forward to trying it. But this, nasty. Really, really nasty. And here, I'm not trying to come up too high because it just turns into a lower back exercise. I'm literally just contracting as far as my hams and my glutes will take me, which is not like up and then leaning back and arching back. Then on to the last exercise, which was loin hamstring curl. Again, knives through hamstrings. Here, when I'm coming down into the stretch, I'm pushing the feet like up and back and down. And I can feel my hamstring just open as I do that. Rather than just coming down, I think about that. Up, back, down. And I just feel it open a little bit more. When I'm in the stretch then, I don't let the tension come off. I keep the tension on. So like even in the stretch, it's hard. And then I literally, again, initiate that pull from the hamstring itself. It's very easy to use the feet to kick it up, but I'm literally just trying to contract. Cracking fucking session. Super happy. I'm expecting a new low tomorrow after that because I was wet through after that session. But beautiful session after session after session at the moment. They're productive. I'm enjoying them. Man, honestly, that's all I need in life. Training sessions to be going well. And it doesn't take much to make me happy. Also, like I said, Level Up, did I say? I did say it was closed. And it got kind of a refurb. So I got the upper mezzanine extended. Actually, I haven't done a walkthrough of Level Up yet, surprisingly. So I will give you a gym tour of Level Up over the next couple of videos. Again, just to show you so you know what it has, what it looks like, if you're looking to visit. Right, gang, we'll get, oh, sugar. Getting in for this second last meal. Meal number 5. So with this meal, as always, PM subs. So, oh. 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 That's mad. One of them capsules opened. I'm not sure what that was. It is what it is. So, PM subs down. And second last meal going down. It's Saturday evening. I'm going to switch off. So I'm not going to show you the last meal. So this meal, we have we have 50 grams of jasmine rice. We have 160 grams of chicken, 30 grams of peppers, 30 grams of green beans, 7 grams of ketchup, 100 grams of apple. That is game plan. That is second last meal. And then last meal, let me see. Last meal is going to be 100 grams of cream of rice, 15 grams of oats, 100 grams of blueberries, 50 grams of whey, and 20 grams of almond butter. So that is the game plan. And that is things wrapped up at 7 weeks out tomorrow, which is pretty crazy. When you start saying that, it's like, oh, fuck, am I really 7 weeks out? Do I look it? Fucking hell. But yeah, that's where we're at. I'm going to love you and leave you. That is the updates. What day is it? Updates, right? Sunday morning, 6 o'clock I'm going to post them for. And Thursday mornings, 6 o'clock I'm going to post them for. That's when the updates are going to be until peak week, where I will, maybe not daily vlogs, but I will have like 3 to 4 out across peak week. So things are going to start getting exciting now. The games will begin. Real changes are going to start coming through. So stay tuned. I appreciate the last few videos. I appreciate the support massively. So let's fucking go.